It's not as savage as, bursting into a chainsaw man beast devil. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the ending to episode 2 of Chainsaw Man. It's called Time Left, and it's by Zutomayo. The production is done by Kohei Matsumoto. I think it's so fun that every single episode of Chainsaw Man has a different ending, and I'm really excited to check out this one. We'll be looking at this song from a perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a lot of pauses to go over specific elements of the song. A few things I like about the song right off the bat. Number one, we're starting with a bass riff, just as in the opening song we started with a bass riff, which is kind of nice, kind of bookends the episode. Also, we start with a girl saying, yeah, which is cool because this is the first episode we really get introduced to Denji's down bad aspect of his character, that he is just looking to get some. So having that girl just say the, yeah, in a really sensual way is a great way to kind of indicate that through music. The bass riff is in D Dorian, from what I can tell. Like the drum pattern a lot. Sounds like they're playing on 16th notes, which works with the really quick rhythms going on in the bass. The vocal comes in. Sounds like she's singing around the A minor region, which is the relative minor of D Dorian. A nice kind of differential there. I also like her tone. It's really clean. Sounds like she's got some doubling on those vocals to make it go down just extra smooth. Very rock sounding. Like those tom and snare patterns there. Really cool drumming to kind of end that section. Also, I was noticing that there's these little runs where the vocalist isn't doubling her voice. I think that's a nice little touch, adding a little bit of differentiation within the verse, kind of back and forth. Sounds cool. Please subscribe, pretty please. I'm not exactly sure what that instrument is. It sounds like it could be a more horn-sounding synth, or it could be an electric guitar with a really specific tone coming out of it. Yeah, it's hard to say for sure. It's not super present in the mix. They've kept it kind of more in the back in order to not compete too much with the vocals, but it is doing a really complicated pattern that's still complementary with the bass riff. Really quick here. Really busy, quick instrumentation, but they're finding a good way to kind of fit it all together so that none of the instruments are in conflict with each other. You'll notice coming into the chorus that the instrumentation gets a lot less complicated. The beat of the groove in general is just like dum, 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 with kick, snare, and the bass isn't doing these kind of wild riffs. It's just kind of going back and forth, which allows the vocal to get a little bit more complicated, kind of do its own thing, bring out the melody a little more, make that a bit more of the focus, which enhances the catchiness. Love that little transition section there where kind of everything drops out all at once and we hear that keyboard. Adds a nice energy differential, We've built this song up slowly, piece by piece, starting with the bass and the drums and the vocals and the guitar/synth. Then we've slowed down the groove and then taken everything away. And then we reintroduce it right after that. Bass riff isn't as complicated as it was at the beginning. It's not as busy as that, but it's still getting a little bit more busy. Also really liking how involved that keyboard is getting right here. It sounds sick. Also, I think it's fun when that vocalist gets into her falsetto range. It's super clean, super good sounding. They've really got an awesome vocal out of Akone. It also fits really well with the song that they're having a female vocalist sing here, and that the tone is just a little bit softer, because in this episode, Denji's not turning into the Chainsaw Man, and he's kind of starting to get more interpersonal with his relationships with different people, understanding his primary motivation, that he wants to get some. It's not as savage as, bursting into a chainsaw man beast devil. You'll notice that when she does those high vocals, those really breathy head voice vocals, she also has a low of herself doing that same vocal, just an octave lower. The nice thing with that is that it smooths out that head voice. Head voices can sometimes sound a little bit harsh, and when you mix it in with the same vocal but an octave lower, it makes it a little bit more digestible. Nice and together right at the end there. Yeah, a lot of cool techniques used here. I've used similar stuff on my music, using octaves as a way to tone down the harshness of a lead instrument, having things cut away briefly to then come back. You can see it on my latest album, Bashing My Head Through a Wall. Really smart use of where to put this song in terms of episode order. It's a more friendly song. I could see this song as an ending to a more cutesy focused, more slice of life, wholesome anime like Spy Family. Still has that bit of that rock tone that I think is the primary idea they're going for here in Chainsaw Man. Hope you've enjoyed this short video. Hope it's enhanced your enjoyment of the music. If you did enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented, shared, and especially subscribed. It means so much to me, helps out a lot. Also, check out my music. Got my album Bashing My Head Through a Wall right here, as well as other Chainsaw Man reactions right here. Catch you on the flip.